If you can't stay consistent in the gym, it's not because you're lazy, it's because your plan is missing one important ingredient. No, it's not more motivation. Motivation is like Wi-Fi in an airport. It's strong 1 minute, it's gone the next. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the missing step that makes consistency almost automatic. The problem is that most things in life give you an instant reward. So if you skip your workout, you get time back now. Eat the cake, feel better now. Hit the couch, you can relax right now. So your brain does the math and decides, let's do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow becomes next week, which becomes next month, which becomes never. Now here's that missing ingredient: accountability. Accountability is the secret ingredient to success. Did you know that there's a secret ingredient to the secret ingredient? That's being accountable to someone who won't let you off the hook. Most people will quit on themselves way faster than they'll quit on someone else. That's normal. Disappointing yourself feels, well, familiar. You can justify it, but letting someone else down, whoa, that's next level, and it doesn't match your identity. Can't stay consistent in the gym? You're missing this step. So here's what's really happening. The gym is a delayed reward system. You put in the work today, and the results show up weeks from now. And suddenly, you're back at square one again. Not because you don't care, but because your plan has no defense for when life gets loud. And this is where a lot of people mess up. They choose the wrong accountability partner. The people closest to you love you the most, but they're also the most likely to let you off the hook. High performers don't go solo. The best athletes, the best performers all have a coach. Not because the athletes don't talent. Most times the athletes are more talented than the coach. But coaches hold athletes and performers accountable so that they can live up to their potential. The best companies have a board, not because the CEO is weak and ineffective, but because accountability leads to better decisions. In sports and business, the highest performers aren't thinking to themselves, I should be able to do this alone. But with fitness, busy professionals take this approach every single day. All the while, their calendar is eating them alive. And look, your calendar is not going to get easier. Your stress levels won't politely take a week off. If your plan only works when things go perfect, that's not a plan, that's wishful thinking. High-level results require a higher-level structure, and that includes accountability. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, that sounds good in theory. There's a study in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research on talented young rugby players. They divided them into two groups, each with the same 12-week lifting program. One group trained with direct supervision from a strength coach, and the other group trained on their own. Now, both groups improved, but here's the kicker. The supervised group got better results and was far more consistent than the unsupervised group. It didn't come down to talent. It didn't come down to a plan. It came down to follow through. And if athletes whose job is performance, if they perform better with a coach, what makes us think that a busy professional with 137 emails, 2 meetings, a kid's practice, they're gonna magically out-discipline their calendar? Now let's talk about why most people try accountability, but it doesn't work. They pick the wrong accountability partner. They try to use their spouse as their coach. They make their best friend their coach. They try to make a coworker their coach. The problem is that your friends and family are emotionally connected to you. There's history, there's boundaries. So when you miss, one of two things happens. Option one, they give you sympathy that you've been stressed out. You had a really difficult week. It's okay. Sympathy feels good, but it doesn't get results. Option two, they push you and it turns into tension because calling you out, well, it steps on the relationship. So you either get a pass or you get a fight. That's why accountability works best when you have someone who can hold you to a standard without it getting personal. So what does real accountability look like? It's not yelling. It's not guilt. It's not better not miss again. Real accountability is a system that keeps you on track when life tries to knock you off. So here's the system that we found most effective. Step one, set the expectation. So it's not, I'll try to show up 3 times a week. It's, I'll show up Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at this time. That's the expectation. Step two, measure. We're keeping score. It's simple. You either did it or you didn't do it. There's no motivational speeches and there's no lengthy excuse essays. Step three, review. Once a week, you check in. Same day, same time. It's important to have a consistent day and time for when you do that check-in. What gets measured can get improved. Step four, correction. If you miss, you don't just punt and say, I'll start again next Monday. You get back on track as fast as possible. If you forgot to brush your teeth this morning, you wouldn't wait till Monday. Neither should your training plan. Step five, consequence. Not necessarily a punishment, because then that becomes like adversarial. but a consequence that you've decided in advance. Because if there's no consequence to you skipping, you're never going to show up. Imagine if you missed an entire week of workouts that you had to make a donation to a political party that you don't like. There's no chance that you're doing that, and that'll make you show up. Having an effective consequence is often the difference between I'm trying and I'm on track. So how do you apply this in real life? The way we see it, you have three options, and it all comes down to how serious you are and what best fits your budget. Option one, get a coach. Not because you're mentally weak, but because you're busy and you're human. Working one-on-one with a coach can massively improve your performance. A good coach builds a plan, tracks your performance, and toes the line when you start negotiating with yourself. Option two, join a small group program. The structure is already built in. There's a time slot. You're expected to show up, and you can't get results if you don't show up. Option three, build your own accountability system. First, you're gonna have to find somebody who's not gonna baby you. Set a weekly check-in, same day, same time, every week. Report your actions without the excuses. Did you do it? Did you not do it? And decide in advance what is the consequence if you don't get it done. Because if the accountability is optional, so are your results. All right, a little tough love for you. If you keep falling off track, stop telling yourself that you just need more motivation. Willpower is great, but willpower isn't the problem when your life's busy. The problem is you're relying on willpower and motivation with no structure in place to hold you to a standard. Stop thinking that you need to white knuckle your way through this and you just need to try harder. Start telling yourself you just need a better system. Let's be honest, the version of you that's all fired up on Monday is not the same person who's all stressed out on Thursday. And if your plan only works when you feel motivated, well, that's a recipe for disaster. If you're done trying to be your own coach and you'd like for us to build the plan and the accountability for you, just click the link below and set up a free consultation. We'll talk through your goals, your schedule, and what's actually realistic, and then we'll build a plan that helps you stay consistent. Because consistency isn't a personality trait, it's a system. And accountability is the missing ingredient.